everybody. This is Richard Chaplin from PM Forum, and I'm delighted to be hosting our second 9:30 in the morning webinar. Our presenter, Stephen Lewis, is actually based in Australia.
To set the scene, my investigation of professional services shows what I suspect you all already know, which is that there's a real gap in intelligence, in data, in market information. Firms know that it's critical. Many are investing in data and tools or aggregated reports from their area, but very few are running their own systematic research. Largely, it's difficult to do, it's expensive to do, it's time consuming to do, so new ways are very welcome. But at the moment, they're not exploring the decision drivers in their categories and in their sector. Synthetic simply means made by a computer, not natural, or not natural, made by man, made by a computer. So in terms of looking at your market, synthetic data is data that's generated in a computer, and natural data would be data that comes from speaking to humans. So it's quite common in that mental model we have of things that are synthetic to think that something that is synthetic is replacing something that you already have. But the reality is, for most firms, they don't have the kind of data that you can get using the methods that we're talking about today. They have information that they get from partners, which is based on partners' beliefs about the market and clients, based on the coffees that they have with clients. They've got client surveys, which are based on clients who are willing to answer a survey. So you've immediately got a self-selecting group of people. Synthetic research is being widely used already in smart thinking companies to get an edge. BP has created client proxies to survey about how people want to live in smart cities. EY runs a survey of 500 C-suite leaders every year, I think. And you can only, well, you don't have to imagine because you probably tried it. Getting hold of C-suite leaders to fill in a survey is extremely difficult. So again, if you can do that synthetically, so much the better. Unilever, Coca-Cola are using it to pull in consumer insights. So it works in B2B, it works in B2C.
The issue, as I see it, is that sometimes the partner is unaware of what their client wants. And the client typically wants a one-to-one relationship with a particular partner who probably won't be an expert in all the technical areas that will be of importance to that client. So does this tool help you understand your colleagues, or is it very much around the one-to-one between the marketing person and the client that's driving that intelligence?
It depends. It's interesting what you mean by understand your colleagues, because in the CRM research, which is the research we did into a firm, it was very interesting because it did reveal a lot of the intra-firm dynamics, like why they won't pick up the phone to each other, which I imagine for a lot of people is a sort of maddening quality, that they own a business together but won't pick up the phone and talk to each other. So there was a lot of insight into interpersonal dynamics. Thanks, everybody.